Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. And in today's video we're gonna be looking at my top 5 recommended must-have VST instruments, VST-I plugins that I think you should have if you make beats for the year 2025. Let's get it.
Hey, Radical, did what we do.
Alright guys, for my first pick, or number 5 on my top 5 plugins that are must have, virtual instruments you should have as a producer in 2025, we're gonna set it off first with Serum. Now this is probably everybody's, this is like the new school, like everybody's favorite plugin. Took me a while to really jump on board, but definitely caught the why. Now I would definitely use this more for more EDM kind of stuff, Also, a lot of skins on the community. This is probably my favorite one. I can show you guys here. I have a ton of skins here, and there's a ton more. I just have some that I picked up online on a Reddit forum. But you guys an idea. Pretty sweet. We can keep going through some more sounds. A lot of wobbles. Yeah, so a lot of dubstep, electronic, EDM type of stuff. I really like it. But yeah guys, that's Serum, number 5. Alright guys, so moving on. For number 4, I'm gonna have to recommend, especially just because of the value of it at this point, at the price point that REFX has it at, I will have to go with Vanguard II. Now I'm old school. I used to love using Vanguard 1. Been a heavy fan of the trance gate and just the arpeggiators. They're electronic sounds, but you can pretty much try to adapt them to pretty much anything. Just a very nice plugin. And for version 2 for 80 bucks, they went ahead and included for free not just the factory presets that I have been using for years, which is just all this right here, but they added every single expansion. Each expansion is like 128 more sounds, basically a whole nother bank. Look at all these extra banks that come. So there's a lot of sounds. Some of these actually these are all made by Vengeance, who are known for having really cool trance and hardstyle type of samples, trance like type of samples. But yeah, so that's number 4. You can't go wrong with Vanguard. We play a couple of sounds from this so you guys get the idea of what they do. They even have here this button. I don't have to press anything. Yeah guys, so it's just a lot of club type of sounds you can get out of this. Number 4 guys, Vanguard II. Alright guys, so for the number 3 must-have plugins for 2025, if you're a producer and you make beats, and I know some of you might disagree with me on this, like I said, these are more of my opinions, but I will have to say SampleTank. And honestly, it's kind of hard where to place these at. 1, 2, 3, because they all have their strengths and weaknesses too. I would say SampleTank weaknesses would be that it's a heavy plugin. Don't expect to have a lot of instances going on this, and just even on an i7, you can still have a few things open, but don't expect to have an entire track of a bunch of different heavy loaded rompler sounds going on out of this thing. So but other than that, as long as you pick a couple little layers out of this, for your productions, you should be alright as far as processing go. But if you have a strong machine, you could probably do a whole beat on this and it will sound probably amazing. Now for this thing, I bought the total edition, which brought all the libraries, which is all this stuff. It's just so many sounds, guys. I honestly haven't gone through them, but I did gone through enough to pick some sounds, and I kind of want to play you guys some of these sounds. These sounds are just amazing, and so give you guys an idea of this. Let's go with this Warm Grand. Really nice sound on that piano. I really like it. So, and just to put more stuff in here, let's try this again. I went through these sounds. I don't remember what they were, but they were dope enough where I decided to let me add them into my favorite sounds list. But yeah, guys, so that's SampleTank, and then you got the stuff that's live, like for example, like this guitar right here. You got also the Mistral Rap Orchestral. It's just so much stuff. I could have a whole video just on this one plugin, and it will still probably not do it justice. Yeah, guys, so that's number 3 on the list, SampleTank. I rock with it. Alright, guys, moving on to number 2 of the top 5 must-have plugins for producers for the year 2025. And I will have to go with a plugin that is actually literally my favorite keyboard in hardware, actual physical form. My favorite keyboard of all time. It's literally what this plugin emulates, which is basically the Korg Triton Extreme keyboard. That was my favorite keyboard for many years. I love the tube valve, you know, effect control. You can control it with a knob, and you will add an extra thickness and character and warmth to your patches and instruments coming out of this thing, which were already overloaded with sounds. You had combinations. It was sounds upon sounds and just with themes and well put together. Shout out to Korg. So this is part of the Korg collection, and just to give you guys an idea, this is probably one of my favorite patches too on this. Well, actually no, not this one. Let's go to combination, browse. I'm gonna go to world. Where's world? Right here, guys. So we go to world. Whirlwinds. Love this one. Just awesome. And they have combination upon combination. Love the fact that this plugin takes nothing to load from sound to sound. Pretty much instant. I just love the sound of the Korg Triton Extreme. Honestly, I wasn't sure if making this one the top 1 just because of how much I love this in keyboard form. I had it in keyboard form, and then once I was just completely just convinced in not needing it anymore, thanks to this plugin, I parted ways with it. I still got my regular Triton though right there leaning up against the wall, you know, and so I got a couple buttons I gotta fix on it, but I don't think I'm gonna part ways with it. It's just, you know, it's been with me way too long. But yeah, guys, Triton Extreme, you can't go wrong with this one. I promise you that. It ain't just for techno. This is pretty much just there's so many sounds, so many categories. So love this one. Matter of fact, the whole Korg collection, the Triton, the M1, this whole bundle is definitely a must if you're a producer, because with this bundle itself, you will be able to make some pretty strong sounding tracks. Alright, guys, and get into the top 1, or rather my personal favorite of top 5 plugins that every producer should have for the year 2025 will have to be none other than this piece of art right here. This awesome legendary plugin that I've been a fan of for a very long time. This is the Silent One by Leonard Digital, and I really love this plugin. I think it's kind of interesting how they put your name registered to you right here, right in front of the plugin. This is only on the skin though. Like Serum, this one has a ton of skins too. I do believe have more skins for this here. You can add more skins, upgrade them. This is my favorite skin though, but you know, you can switch it to this. You can even switch it to the old school. This is the actual old school right here, classic. This is the one I got used to using since the beginning. But what makes this one even extra special is the fact that the community on this plugin has been going strong for a long time, and just the amount of patches and libraries that have been happening through the years. If you've been into this plugin for a long time, you probably have been collecting presets and libraries yourself. So right now with this plugin, I pretty much have literally I can't even estimate how many sounds we're talking about. I don't even know. All of these are not patches, guys. All of these are individual banks, and they cover anything from trap to hip hop to this. Look at this, 1,800 bank. Each bank is 127 sounds. Do the math. I honestly haven't done the calculation exactly how many sounds I got over here, but as you can see, all these are all individual banks, and they all sound incredible. And some of these are made by professional, legendary house, trance, and EDM DJs, and just you name it. This is something that I will probably never go through all these sounds in my lifetime. I think it's impossible, and that's just the beauty about this plugin. With this plugin here, you literally have like an oasis, kind of like the old school name of the old school chord keyboard Oasis. But this plugin right now, as it is right now here for me, is literally an oasis of sounds. I can literally go through here and go through sounds. That's not even the end of it, because see, the thing is, so for some of you guys that might not know this about this plugin, Silent F1, check this out. So if we have a sound right here, okay, the sounds are just ridiculous and awesome, all of them. But if you notice, there's a 1 2 3 4 5. I want 1 2 3 4 here, right? 1 2 3 4. If I click on just 2, boom, all these sounds change. So it's literally, you got, each bank has basically 1 2 3 4. You got all these sounds. Do the math, guys. It's just a ton of sounds. And it's one thing if you have a ton of sounds and they sound like garbage, but when you have a ton of sounds and they sound like this, let's go through some. I like him. Yeah, this is the number one. All right, guys, and that's a wild card and just a worthy mention. I cannot forget about this plugin right here, Native Instruments FM8. And just like the Nexus, this is a plugin that also is very old school but also very legendary, and in consequence another plugin where the community, this community of this particular plugin has been building up for so many years. If you follow this community and you know where to look, you know there's plenty of resources being available and being shared by plenty of producers and sound designers. This plugin right now, as it sits here, literally, if you notice here, this is the old school FM7 legacy bank. These are all banks. If you read right here, it says bank name. So FM8, this is the bank it comes with. A bunch of sounds, guys, okay? A bunch of sounds. This is the kind of category, this, that. These are actual all the patches. Each one of these is a patch. Each one of these is a patch. And these sounds are not weak sounds. These sounds are legendary. This is the fact. Pretty sick. They're legendary. And so what's so legendary about these sounds? Well, you know, these particular sounds, all right? These particular sounds, there's literally compilations where people have made videos pretty much showing famous songs, beats that have been made with the sounds from this particular plugin. Let's go ahead and hear a couple. Tight. Yeah, guys, so I'm gonna stop it right there. So yeah, guys, so that's the FM8, and so that's just those banks, right? But if you notice here, I have a lot more banks going on here. Like, this thing keeps going. It's just sounds on sounds on sounds, and it's just all these banks. And so again, in this plugin alone, There's, look, Hollywood. There's more sounds here that I'm ever going to be able to go through, like ever, you know. Sick. I could be here all day, and I could basically keep using sounds I've never heard before, or I've never used before, and it'll be a new one every day, and I still won't probably get to the same sound ever again in my lifetime. So yeah, pretty insane to have this amount of banks of sounds in just one plugin. This is just insanity. So yeah, this is why pretty much this one was my bonus one. I mean, again, and it's because it's so old, and so, you know, it's still a great buy though. And this last Christmas, Native Instruments had this puppy for $19.99, guys. So I mean, if you didn't have it by then and you didn't cop it by then, you honestly missed out, because this is literally hundreds of thousands of sounds. I can't even tabulate it. Alright, family, so that's gonna do it for this one. This is your boy Radical, aka He for Beats. Hope you guys like this kind of content. If you do, please do make sure to leave me a comment. Let me know if I should keep trying to make this kind of videos. Also, make sure you turn notifications on, subscribe if you're new. Maybe you could catch me making beats from scratch. Really appreciate everybody's support. Hope you guys are having a great day. And with that one, I'm outie. Peace.